Currently live. And, we got an ad, and now we're live. Awesome. All right. Hello, everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest, Doctor Kalkyl.
Hey, hey.
Welcome, Dr. Kalkyl. And today we are back with some more High Republic comics. Specifically a brand new series called The Dispatches, or Dispatches from the Occlusion Zone. So this is High Republic Adventures, which means that it's written by Daniel Jose Older. So yeah, we have that to look forward to. And already I'm looking at the front art here and saying, well, already I'm noticing some issues. Some of the eyes are already misaligned in terms of where they're supposed to be. The angles on some of these faces look a little off. At least it's drawn with more detail.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Spoiler alert, I looked through the comic already. Yeah.
Is it as bad as it sounds? You're making it sound?
The art's okay. I think it's probably the best they've done, which isn't necessarily saying something, but I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't think the plot's gonna... It's not gonna save the plot, no.
Alright. Well, it's Daniel Jose Older, so, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Expecting good plot from Daniel Jose Older is like expecting a monkey to write Shakespeare.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
need a few more monkeys and a few more typewriters to do that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Adventures. Iridu Underground, written by Daniel Jose Older, illustrated by Paris Alain. That seems like a new illustrator, I will say that. So we'll see how she does here. Though the color art is once again Michael Ataya. And we've got two letterers here. So let's see how many people had to read the plot of this comic before it became publicly available. So we've got the writer, we've got the two letterers. We then have an editor, an assistant editor, so that puts us up to 5. Senior editor, which is 6. Associate editor, 7. And then the story group, which is 8, 9, and 10. So 10 people had to read the plot of this comic before it became publicly available. And that is still an improvement. We still have fewer people reading the plot of this comic before it became public than before. Remember, we were up to 12 or even 13 people at one point, I think. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's continue. Star Wars: The High Republic. Trials of the Jedi. Worlds suffer inside the formidable Occlusion Zone where Markion Ro and his band of Nihil marauders, untouchable by the Republic, rule with an iron fist. Jedi Master Avar Kriss has escaped from this occupied space and, along with fellow Jedi Elzar Mann, leads the Jedi and Republic in a desperate fight against the Nihil and their nameless creatures. But a new danger now threatens the galaxy. A mysterious blight has begun to spread randomly across worlds, slowly infecting areas and turning all life in its path to dust. Okay, so now we have a new End of the World scenario. Awesome.
Yippee! Finally, it can be over.
Please let this be an alt ending to the universe. Please let this be an alt ending to the universe. It has suffered enough already.
It's like, yeah, wait, hold on. It's like, if it does end, it's like, ha, troll, you guys, this wasn't even canon to begin with, lol, this is an alternate universe. And everyone goes, yeah!
To be fair, though, that's what I've been saying they need to do with the sequels and Disney canon all together. If someone else buys the rights, just create a brand new Star Wars film. not announce which episode it's going to be, but then when the film finally starts and people are in theater, and reveal that it's actually episode 7 all along, and that all of the plot of the sequels, as well as High Republic and everything else, was just Rey being an insane asylum patient or something in the Star Wars universe. That is the ultimate fucking troll that the Disney fans deserve at this point.
Yes.
And it would be so fucking funny to watch the reaction happen there.
Oh, I can taste it. So peak.
Alright. Republic Space. Are we good to go?
No. But we probably would be if we didn't have to keep pausing to answer bothersome questions.
Hey, I'm excited. This'll give the Marshal a much-needed win. We might actually get some reliable intel about what's going on inside the Occlusion Zone.
Or we might be sending a bunch of droids into the void at a moment when we need all the help and spare supplies we can get. Either way, Master Elzar. Now we're ready.
Excellent. Commence launch sequence. Affirmative. Riley Munn says George Lucas needs to buy back the rights for a profit and just declare it dead. I don't know. I still think my plan could actually absolutely work, and he would be making absolute bank if he did that with the very first episode.
Hopefully he'll do a good plot first, but I mean, that would be a helpful way to help with making a better plot.
You already have a pretty good plot. It's called the Thrawn Trilogy. Just adapt that to film and you're good to go.
This is true, though. I don't think George Lucas actually liked those. I don't remember, though.
Alright. Well, let's continue.
Right. Oh, sorry. I think that's from yesterday. I'm not going to explain what happened, but still, okay. I still don't see how a bunch of century-old antiques are gonna outsmart Nihil tech that had our best scientists tied in knots for over a year.
Oh, these babies have plenty of surprises left in them. I will mention, for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the droids are actually pretty old in the lore. Like, R2 is supposed to be pretty darn old by the time of the original trilogy.
Yeah, he was old already when, in episode. No, wait, hold on.
Let me check, see how old. Let me see when R2 was made, because I am really curious about that now. I could have sworn that he was, in fact, pretty old in a. Let's see. Oh, so apparently he's not that old. He was only created 32 BBY. Okay.
Very well.
Is that the canon answer, or is that the... I wonder if that's the canon and the actual original lore is different.
I wouldn't know. Though I would probably bet C-3PO is a lot older.
Well, no, we saw him getting built by Anakin, remember?
Right, but like the parts that make him up are older. That's what I mean, not necessarily.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the Legends version. Let's see what it... So, let's see what it says here. would participate in major galactic events for nearly 2 centuries long Skywalker family. So it's not actually specific on when he was created.
Well,
But he does get rebuilt at one point, but he's still in the lore. Goes with the Skywalker family for centuries. So he does stick around for hundreds of years. So there's our answer. It's a non-specific answer, but hey, it's something, so yeah.
Yes.
Alright, let's continue.
No, that's you.
Alright. The Stormwell is looking for a very specific kind of reading, and these guys were built with a whole other coding language. Master Porter discovered that this allows them to slip through the Stormwell without even registering as a blip. Once inside, they'll land in various sectors where we know Jedi have been active. How do you know the Jedi have been active there? You can't get communications to or from there. Unless you're talking... well, wait. No, okay. So there is that... we did find out that Avar Kriss managed to escape. So in theory, she might have been able to acquire it and relay that information. It's still kind of shaky, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt this time.
This time.
To record and send back messages so that we can learn what's really going on behind enemy lines. And from there, we leave it up to the ever-changing currents of the galaxy. I will say this, though. Are these things supposed to be hyperdrive capable?
The droids?
Yeah.
Oh, I would not believe that, no.
Yeah, these tiny things, yeah, I ain't buying that. Sorry. So, yeah, that's a plot hole there. You're not going to be able to quickly travel to point A to point B with these and get useful information if they don't have the means to travel there quickly.
It's... yeah, very much so. What's the term? Skirting the edges of believability. At the very best.
Yep. The Ark Royal, Briefrung City Iridu. And trust in the Force.
Do I do the annoying droid that looks like a steam whistle?
Yep, go ahead.
Master Knurt, one of my spies found this old droid. Said it fell from the sky.
Looks like Republic tech.
That's why I brought it to you.
What's this? Alright, so why would it matter if this is Republic tech or not at this point? It's still assuming fairly early on in the invasion and siege briefing. So there's still going to be some tech lying around. 2, the Nahil are known for repurposing Republic tech anyways.
I was about to say, it's like, are we supposed to assume that they banned Republic technology? Why would they do that? That's not an economically viable decision.
No, but it is kind of... there's no excuse for that, so... And so we ask you that you place any information on your current status into this X unit and send it back across the Stormwall. Click. Iridu City. Thanks! I didn't realize that we were in and around Briefrang City and Iridu City. Good to know, guys. You also told us earlier on page, what was it? I could have...
I saw it, and we're actually on the other side. We're
Oh,
on
there it
the...
is. Yeah, the Ark Royal, Bree Frank City. So yeah, page 8. And then the next page, it needs to remind us again that this is Bree Frank City. So, that's the level of attention span and object permanence that apparently is expected from a High Republic reader at this point.
I mean, the more important question is, why is that relevant? Why do we need to know which one of these cities is which? It's not actually important information.
Part of it, well, I think they've established that Iridu is not going to protect Bree Frang. So that's part of it. Because I think they're trying to make this plot about Mo racism by making Iridu dislike Bree Frang and just think that it's okay to get rid of Bree Frang or let Bree Frang get overrun or something.
Very well, then. Okay, sure. Whatever you're saying.
That's already filling you with confidence in this story, I hear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Greetings, Master Elzar Man. This recording comes to you from Jedi Knight Court in Bree Frank City. Nihil occupied Iridu. Bree Frank City, Iridu City. When the Nihil arrived, they set up camp in Iridu City. Okay, so Iridu is now working with them. Okay. The Tarkans and some of the other members of the Quintad, the 5 ruling families of Iridu, sent their armored mobile units to surround Bree Frank, supposedly to prevent the outbreak of hostilities, but they haven't allowed anything in or out, including food or supplies, and their cannons are all pointed at us. This droid is the first real contact we've gotten from the Republic. All of the masters are on the other side of the storm wall, except Imric Kaptor. Master Imric, our senior Jedi, is always off on missions, and our best knight, Farzala Tarabal, is leading an uprising on the other side of the galaxy. CIARAN, our contact with the Tarkans, has iced us out since she ascended to lead the family. We have no idea where any of the other ruling families stand with the Nihil, or whether they'll fight at all when the war breaks out. All we know is it's a matter of when, not if. Okay, so the girl that they worked so hard to put it onto the throne has basically screwed them over and has cut off all the supplies in the city. Beautiful.
I'm like, oh, that's where I heard Ariadu before. It's the homeworld of the Tarkins.
Yep.
Right, I remember. Oh, it's
All right.
also got large, dangerous animals.
Yep. Yep, and then they, there's less to be said about that, the better, by the way, but let's continue. I guess you could say it all began with a missing Wehrmacht. Several Tarkans missing Wehrmacht, to be specific.
Am I the woman?
Yeah, well, I'll voice her, why not? Or, unless you want, well, you know what? You voice her, I voice the pink one.
Righty-roo, sorry. I don't know, this cough has persisted since yesterday.
Wait,
and again,
I know, wait. I remember which voice I gave her. So you voice the pink one, I'll voice this girl.
Okay.
Where is she? Where's Belinta? Has anyone seen her?
How do you misplace a 3-ton pile of fern teeth? Ask Bell Zetark. Too soon.
Actually, no. Let me go back. It all started with a secret meeting to figure out who was going with Severin Tarkan. The Ark Royal roof, even earlier.
Hmm.
Alright. Which characters would you like to voice?
Where? There is my rock.
And
Flip the rock.
I also notice how this disjointed this plot is already getting. Hey, let's go back to this point. No, let's go back to this point instead.
I think this is supposed to be an attempt at comedy or suspense, neither of which are, working at all. Anyways, I'm gonna flip this rock. If it's an open eye, I'm voicing the chick on the right, and if not, it's the middle one.
Okay.
It's a closed eye, so I am the hologram. I have no idea where she's disappearing to, or how she does it.
And she's certainly not going to tell any of us anytime soon. Not even me.
Bro, what she's... Alright.
I'm gonna give them stupid voices for to add some comedy to this, because we certainly can't expect the writers to pull it off.
She's like, share her backstory. She's that a serial death stick user, hence her voice.
I'd put together a secret team to get to the bottom of what was going on with the Tarkins. Crash Angua and her crew are holed up in Eridu City, trying to infiltrate the Dahil and gather intel on local mobilizations. 5J3 has spies all over the place, and Imilsine, Severin's younger cousin, is the only Tarkin left who will actually tell us anything. Look, as leader of the Tarkin, Severin is the key to whatever role the people on Eridu will play in the struggle against the Nahil. It's clear everyone here is getting ready for war, so we need to find out what the family's plan is, where their allegiances lie. That's the only way we'll be ready. So, what do we know? What do we actually know?
Not Tarkin much. She keeps losing the tails. What? The tails?
Yeah, spies tagging behind her.
Oh, I've never heard that expression before. Very well. Sorry. Gosh darn it. Hold on, let me take a different... Sorry, she keeps losing the tails I put on her in Eriadu City, and that's no simple thing. Same, but in Bripang. My team are all pros. Also same. Only thing I can think of is she might be going underground somehow. I don't have my tunnel expert with me.
Unlikely. There are vast canyon systems out in the wilderness, but in the cities, the underground areas are very restricted.
You know what else is very restricted? No. Shh.
I mean, you would think that one of the leaders of the planet would not have that big of an issue with regards to the restriction of underground areas or not. That they would actually be allowed to go there, or at least assuming they have some sort of security detail going along with them or something, if it were deemed necessary. Point still is, though, who's going to tell the boss no on that?
Good point.
Why is that, Emilcine?
The first Tarkins who landed here claimed there was a huge fire-breathing creature burrowed deep within the core of the planet. They claimed it would spout fire from the ground now and then, so they built Free Frang on top of it to pacify it as a tribute.
What? Why? You couldn't just build it somewhere else?
I guess not.
Are we going to assume that if you built your cities on literally any part of the planet's surface, that this thing would have attacked the cities with fire and whatnot anyways. And so they figured might as well just build our city right next to it and then build a second city on top of it.
I guess that's the plan.
Imagine this logic being applied in history. Like, the Romans decided, well, since Vesuvius exploded, we'll just build a second city on top of it to pacify it. Also, if we're on the subject, how do we know this is actually real and not just some made-up plot from the family to screw with people?
It definitely is that.
It definitely is, but it also further leads to why wouldn't the family then have special access to down there?
Maybe they do, and she is kind of retarded and doesn't realize that they should have access? I don't know. Or the writers are, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, no, this makes perfect sense to me, boss. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love how the writing is already making fun of itself right along with us.
Seems like a flawed plan.
Hey, I'm just telling you what they teach us in school. I don't pretend my ancestors made any sense.
Wow, how modern and wise. Much writer's opinion, very certainly. English very much.
Yeah,
This is a dig at the... Yeah, considering the fact... Here's the thing I will say is, if you do... Pene Alavadka asks, is this the series with the Jedi Rock? Yes. Yes, it is. It might not be making an appearance in this comic book series, but in the High Republic timeline in general, yes, Geode is a character.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me of what I'm currently reading.
And Geode is still one of the best characters in the entirety of the High Republic. But what I was going to say is that since these activist types like Daniel Jose Older believe that everything is political, that means that everything they're going to make has a political bend of some description. So the question is, what did Daniel Jose Older mean by this? What they teach in schools not making any sense, considering the schools seem to be overrun by a bunch of communists at this point.
Much thing. Very
Pene says, does this crap at least have dinosaurs or any good action? I have seen dinosaurs in these comic book series set in the High Republic. And technically there's been action, but it's also been some of the dumbest stuff you will ever imagine. The big issue is the fact that nobody gives a fuck about the plot or the lore of Star Wars at all.
Nope.
Alright. What about Severon's Wehrmacht?
Oh, Balinta? The one thing she never shuts up about? She's as bad as Uncle Tragcool now.
Is she ever apart from her Wehrmacht?
Only when she's asleep, and Severon doesn't even have to beckon her or give her treats or anything. Balinta just follows her everywhere she goes. It's like she can smell her.
She probably can,
Because animal.
Do these people know nothing about these creatures that they have been living with for literally hundreds, if not thousands of years?
No, how could they? How would that be possible?
I say that, but it apparently has been just a recent discovery that these creatures are actually tribalistic and can be integrated into society somewhat.
Retract my previous statement, please.
Which is probably an interesting take, if I do say so. Penne says, read some Darth Vader comics. Are we talking original EU lore or Disney canon? Anyways, let's... Siege says, hello there. Hello, Siege. Alright.
I would actually pay good money for someone to get her to talk less about the creature. What?
Okay, so that explains why everyone's pissed off at them. They stole the Wehrmacht, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Penne says, Dark Horse Darth Vader comics. Okay, but is it Disney canon or EU canon? That's the thing, though. Because there might... I'll have to check, see... Let me check, see if which setting it is exactly.
Haven't they written both?
They might have. I wouldn't be surprised.
Done. Rather published, not written. That's...
You want to know what the problem is? This here that we're reading right now is also a Dark Horse comic.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, let's see what we've got. Darth Vader Dark Horse comic. Alright. Well, according to this, there's a Star Wars Darth Vader comic from 2011, which would be original canon, EU lore, so... So, yeah, okay. Well, we've been reading other... Roy Moon says, if everything is political as Dev claims, then what does he think are the politics of taking a poo? Good question.
I wish that man could just fucking stick to the essays and not talk fucking shit on Twitter, because he's clearly not getting any fucking smarter from doing so.
Oh, it's actually starting to creep into his essays now. Like, have you seen his latest one?
Yeah, I did. It's good. I like it, except the final part where he's like, oh, I have to fucking virtue signal to who exactly? Because not it's he has fewer and fewer people on his fucking site every day.
Like,
good lord.
The problem is it's very self-evident as to why he made that. He's trying to explain that here I'm using math to explain why I am completely correct. That's actually correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I was tempted to do a video just using the exact same BYRNE method, but use this exact same method to demonstrate how he keeps arguing in bad faith. Which I'm sure...
You cut out. I didn't hear you there. What the heck was that?
Sorry. So what I was saying is, I was tempted for a while to do a video explaining how using that exact same method to explain how he argues in bad faith.
Mm-hmm.
Here's examples of him appearing to argue in bad faith. He argues that you need to wait for all the information, but here he is believing literal photoshops that are blatant photoshops from Brooklyn Defiant.
Yep, BDD. Fucking very good choice. Do that again. That will not backfire at all.
Or another example, we need to wait for all the information, but here he is arguing pretty much immediately that, the Olympic ceremony had nothing to do with the Final Supper. Even though more evidence came out that, yes, it was in fact based on the Final Supper.
As he himself admits in the very video, that you will use.
Yeah. Or some of his takes on Trump. He tries to claim both sides are equally bad, and he can never support Trump. His argument has always been the Eastman memo, even though he, by his own reasoning, would have to, if he were to actually look at it logically, have to admit that the Eastman memo, even in the most uncharitable interpretation that he took, is completely justified. Because, the Bidens already did the whole fraud thing through trying to censor the laptop story with the FBI, which constitutes misinformation to influence an election, which is election fraud.
Yes, it is.
Election fraud that, for the record, Dev himself admitted was proven in court, but then will say that it wasn't proven in court later on for arbitrary reasons that he will never elaborate on. So yeah, a lot there to make fun of him for, definitely. Riley says, also Wehrmacht sounds suspiciously like Tarkin has a pet Wehrmacht. I think we're probably going to see what the Wehrmacht looks like. So...
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. Let's continue. The Ark Royal, later. Have you seen her, 5J?
Do you enjoy having hands, Sivan? If yes, I strongly recommend you remove them from my delicate carapace.
Okay, who the fuck would say that to a leader of a planet, expect to get away with that shit?
A very smart individual. But this is a droid.
Yes, and this person will still probably fuck that droid up royally or have someone else do that.
No, I'm like, this is a droid. Why would the droid say that? Why would the droid have any reaction to this? Really? In that way?
Ura says, Ace, I cannot follow when you are going to upload these. I just learned today was another High Republic. I'm an half hour late. Maybe when I said missing Wehrmacht earlier, I was being a little imprecise. If anyone here has any idea what happened to my Belinta and isn't telling me, I swear on the void, your head will be on a spike by sundown. For the record, I didn't give any orders to anyone to do anything illegal, though. Everyone acted of their own volition. And no one at any point thought that this is an idea that could backfire spectacularly. And why are you doing this? Just because she won't shut up about the Wehrmacht? So, taking her most prized Wehrmacht isn't going to immediately piss her off and turn her against you? What a genius move!
Getting allies is built first and foremost on bullying and blackmail.
Also, I'm gonna have to give some stick here too. What the fuck is that running away depiction there? Look at how her hands are. That is the stupidest fucking pose.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
This is supposed to be a planetary leader. Like this too. I get that this is supposed to be part of the point, to some degrees, but holy shit, is it not work when you have an absolute moron like Daniel Jose Holder writing the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Siege says, head spikes, what is this, Games of Thrones? Maybe. But yeah, I've been also reliably told by High Republic fans, all two of them, that the Adventures series are supposed to be kid-friendly books.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna bring that up.
So yeah, they're using the age-old, it's made for kids, so it's okay to be shit bullshit argument.
Mm-hmm. Remember, God damn it, no, I can't even say that. It hurts even trying to say that. I won't.
Anyways, Ura says, so I gather I have missed a metric ton of bullshit. You've missed a little bit, but we are starting to get into it proper here. Siege says, that is the pose of a child. Yes. Yes, that's the pose of a 4-year-old not getting their way.
Mm-hmm.
Going, no. No.
I mean, maybe that's the point, but again, the writer's not much better, so who cares?
It's a sign of how bad things are that people don't even greet each other in the street anymore. No one knows who's siding with the Nihil, or maybe is Nihil, and the war could break out at any moment. Easy, friends, there's no need for... This is no matter of yours, stranger.
And we are no friends of yours.
Oi! Not for you to tell me who my friends are, is it?
It's for me to do whatever I please, actually.
Whoa there, sir. Why you...
Hey!
Everyone calm down and return to your houses, please. These streets are not safe for you tonight. And that's all it took to convince them? Oh, mind trick. So, mind tricks. Okay, fair enough. Sometimes a little mind trick is the only way to calm everyone down.
I guess that works? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll give them that. What's this? Them actually following the lore to some random degree? What a shock!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Warden, I got one spotted. And here's the Veermok.
It's a gorilla.
Yes. Stars, I thought you'd never come. Do you have any idea how many thrump frogs it took to lure her over here?
I want this animal out of my greenhouse immediately!
Hold on, Lady Kevrin. We need to wait for word from...
Who the heck is this supposed to be?
5AG3, so that's your character, the droid.
The droid. Okay. Come in, George. This is 5AG3. We lost her.
Court them, let's go. Siege says, rants tantrum, storms out, gets followed, random stuff happens, Siege has nothing. Aura says, monkey. Riley says, I see Disney is honoring George Floyd, but it's oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I can't breathe!
Cursed.
Aura says, check her out for fentanyl. Or is it him? Hard to tell. He's... Oh no!
Red alert. No.
What did Daniel Jose Older mean by this?
Grr.
God. Mm-hmm. Look out!
I think she's slowing down. She better be. Can't last much longer.
Wait, she brought us to the Arco Royale.
I don't understand. Severin has been this close by all along. Or
Maybe not.
I guess Crash was right about the tunnels, huh? How far does this thing go?
At least Balinka was slowed down.
I'm gonna check see if the Wehrmacht are actually new or if they have been in for a while. And if they have been in for a while, if they look radically different in the old lore or something. Just in case.
Honestly, I don't know why they fucking look familiar, but I don't think it's from Star Wars that I've seen them. Or is it?
Okay, so apparently they're native to Naboo. Okay.
What? Okay, sure.
Wait, why are they here then? I mean, granted, I know that... Okay, so they are in Legends as well. They also look very different in the...
Oh?
Okay, in the
They do?
Legends, they do look similar. I will give you that.
Alright.
But they're also non-sentient. Except...
You mean...
Huh?
Actually, no, that's Star Wars being stupid, never mind.
Was a large, ferocious primate native to the Gungan swamps and woodlands of Naboo. So it was, in fact, in both original and Disney, both from Naboo. Interesting. Well, I know that I could have sworn I saw them a little bit already in... yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, let's see what we've... So yeah, okay, so these things... But they're not really meant to be... Well, they do have hollow pets, which are hologram animals, but aren't actually real.
Hmm.
Alright, so yeah, fair enough. So they are a thing in the old lore as well as the new stuff. So I won't give them too much stick for this. Well, wait, no, I will, because they've rewritten them a little bit, though.
Hmm?
Because they made it so that these things... They have redone them a little bit with their depiction here, though, so... Because they tried to do the whole they're just misunderstood route with High Republic Adventures, which is how we ended up with this situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because animals can be misunderstood, and it's not like... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Siege says, damn bro, Disney putting the leash. Oh no! God damn it.
Don't make this worse than it has to be.
I still have my monetization and I'd like to keep it.
Mm.
Riley Moon says, first the Gungans, now the Wehrmacht. Naboo isn't sitting their best. Siege says, I'm just playing by their rules, lol. You're not wrong. That is actually their rules.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen a lot of progressives have some really, really spicy takes with regards to King Kong in the original 1930s film.
Oh God, I don't want to. I don't know. I can already see it before me. I need no more information. I
You
got
know
you.
exactly what take they decided to go with.
Yeah, I sure do.
Or says Siege, remember this is Space Monkey, like Master Popo Piccolo or Michael Jordan. Oh no!
I know exactly. I know this one too. Why?
God damn it! Siege is laughing. Okay, before I get my channel kit taken down, let's continue.
Oh! Nice work, Jedi. We'll take it over from here. Pew pew zoom. Stay back. I'll handle the Nahil. Gah!
No. Yarr.
Ah! What are you doing down here? It's the same as you trying to find answers.
Aura says, "Ha! You couldn't stop in time, Ace. I was going to write down Michael Jackson, but you know, that bit may be a bit too much."
Oh no. I'm nope. I'm not. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Severan's been avoiding us for weeks. We have no idea what side she's on.
5A, stay here and keep an eye on these thugs.
Yay.
Do not jump them in the lava.
Boo.
I will say that the droid has had some of the best lines so far, as well as some of the worst. Like,
I mean, I just have a question why they are not mind wiping the droid that's clearly got like what we would consider sociopathic tendencies.
a very good question, but it's one that we've not gotten an answer to yet, and I'm not really expecting one.
Yeah, they will probably be like, but my individuality and personality. It's like, I don't think that kind of a droid. Thank you very much.
Riley Moon says, page 21, the white liberal talks to one of her voters. Uh-oh.
Oh.
We're getting a tease for what's happening, and I don't like it. Steve says, why would the characters do anything, just send the droid? Alright, let's continue.
Emilcine, come with me. We need answers now. Look, I think we're about to get them.
This is yours.
Balinta, my love.
When you sound like Savior Renegade Angel when you make that voice.
Where have you been? You? What are you two doing down here? We were wondering the same about you. At the time, I didn't realize how bad things were.
The memes write themselves. You don't know how bad things are, Anon.
Well, you've come this far, and we're going to learn about this sooner or later, Emmy. Learn about what? Why are you keeping secrets from me?
Nor how much worse they were about to get. Or it says, is it telling that the best and probably worst characters in these woke stories are the robots most of the time? It probably says something like the space monkey thing. Yokai says, I was just rearing the stream, closed my tab, and got jump scared because I forgot how ugly this comic is. So far, the artwork has not been as trash as usual, so...
This sounds okay. enough.
The problem
But-
is the plot.
Well, yeah, and the creature here. I noticed, by the way, and this seems to be a growing problem. This so far is the biggest criticism I have of the artwork. I don't know if that's like it's like a deliberate choice or not, because it seems to maybe be, but the creature's right leg is like smaller, like by a lot.
Yeah, I see
Then-
that.
The thing, though, it kind of looks like that for most of the comic where you see both the feet. So I don't know, it might be deliberate, but it's still weird that they choose to do that.
Yeah. I think some of the perspective has been a little off, but it's just still a head and shoulders improvement over what we've been getting mostly. So, Siege says to Urus, these folks do not think highly of humanity. No, the woke crowd really don't. And Urus says, to Siege, these entities do not think in general, mind friend. But I was about to find out. We're Tarkins, darling. We have to protect this planet with our lives. There's a war coming, and we can't trust anyone, even our allies, I'm afraid. Emilzine, we would have told you in a few months when you were turned 16 anyway. I've been coming here to help fix the core reactor that powers our entire region. Okay, why do you not know how many people would have to be involved in the logistics and operation of this reactor? Why would nobody question where all the fucking power comes from?
Yes.
They're not going to be able to hide something this fucking big. What the fuck?
Maybe they tell the population the energy comes from the batteries? Just like how the meat comes from the supermarket?
Yeah, but the general population knows the idiots that think the food comes from the supermarket are fucking stupid. This is supposed to be something that even the smartest individuals apparently don't know about. There's no hiding this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea how they could ever hide this. No.
Riley says, I think the artist just doesn't know how to do perspective view. Or, yeah. Yokai says, at minimum 25 people and a lot of droids. Or says, the energy comes from bioreactors, and you are the reactor, or I'd be. Being drained for energy is more pleasant than this comic. Let's continue. Bifrang was built over an underground volcano, you see. Our ancestors, in their infinite, something, harnessed the flow of lava to power their settlement. And both Bifrang and Iridu City have been thriving off that power ever since. And everything was great until 3 years
The fire agent act. No.
3 years ago, when the Nahil bombardment fractured the reactor core. It was compromised, but still functional. They've been trying to repair it without success, but the near certainty of war on the horizon changed all that. Because the truth is, the slightest disturbance or explosion could collapse the whole thing and wipe out half of Iridu. Are they going with a "this is why nuclear power is bad" plot? Please tell me that's not the stupidity that they're doing.
Well, seeing as they have, yeah, no, I don't need to explain myself. Of course it is.
Woodwim says Disney. Unfortunately so, Disney. Yokai says, so it was because the Fire Nation attacked. Pretty much.
Now I looked at the next page and I already found my second time I will actually properly critique this comic, because you'll probably see.
Now, so you see, Master Elzar, these are practically perilous times on Eridu. Please take great caution should the Republic be forced to engage in any warfare here. This is Quartz, signing off. May the Force be with... Master Imric, you're back!
You see the problem?
The artwork?
Yeah, specifically.
The eyes?
Well, okay, fair enough, but not actually in this case. Though, that is still not the best they could have done. Ha. No.
The foot?
It's that they're using the same panel twice, just they took a little bit of just some of the panel and just changed it by adding a few more details and a character.
Yeah, pretty much. You're right. They did that too.
Anyways, now let me do my perfectly respectful voice for this character. Don't worry, I have the pass. It's fine. Sorry. Just now, 5A said you had a way to get messages to the Jedi across the storm wall.
Yes, be my guest. I was about to send it on its way. Glad you caught me in time.
I'm told another X-droid entered our... Or EX-droid, I don't know what the Stop. Shut. Mind. No. I'm told another EX-droid entered our atmosphere and landed somewhere near the Eriadu city.
Well... hopefully it won't fall into the wrong hands. To be continued.
It fell into the hands of a ginger. Oh, God.
Well, their report's going to have no soul.
I get to make that joke.
Yokai says the door is off-center. Wait, is it? It is! They couldn't even center the door entrance properly.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
Riley Moon says that bombardment would need to be on the level of an exterminatus to affect a subterranean nuclear power facility.
Well, nuclear power for not... Well, yeah, but... Yeah.
On the one hand, yes. And also, while we're on the subject, if the thing is already cracked that badly that the slightest bump or explosion from outside on the surface can set it off, then why hasn't it fucking done that through normal operation? You're pushing literal lava through it. Do you not understand? You're talking about essentially molten metal, molten iron that is being passed through it. You know how heavy and how much pressure that's going to exert.
Well, unfortunately, I do not have a degree in either chemistry or physics, but, well, one can imagine.
Yeah. Oh, God. Or it says orbital bombardment sounds about right now. Yes, please. Please.
Get out of here. I don't want to be on this planet anymore. I don't.
So, thoughts on this particular plot?
What's the right term again? Oh yeah, contrived.
Yes, this is not a... Yeah, there's a lot of plot contrivance on display with this series so far. I will say, so far, it's also not as atrocious as regular High Republic adventures. But there's still problems with it. Clearly.
Yup.
Riley says every day they risk a Mount St. Helens. At least, right? At least, even in the case of Mount St. Helens and Vesuvius, at least the populated areas weren't built right on top of the fucking volcano. Now, granted, I suppose if you really wanted to get into it, in theory, if you're going to use a volcano, you're going to run into the issue. Well, I know when it comes to, for example, real life, and you're using different methods of power, you do have to have it, a lot of times have the power plant be relatively close-ish, depending on the type of power and whatnot. And I would assume it would apply to just power in general. So, for example, if you're talking about wind power, you need to be within 10 miles of whatever you're trying to power with that. Generally speaking. So I wonder what exactly the plan is here on this, because
do I look like a guy with a plan?
No, but then again, they are trying to argue that these people are idiots anyways.
Yup.
But the plot, the conspiracy of them managing to hide the fact that they have a massive lava reactor because they're built on a fucking volcano, that there is no way they could have actually hid that. Well, to the tune that even a member of the ruling family themselves do not know about it. That is bullshit. Everyone fucking knows that's bullshit. They're not going to be able to get away with that. They just do not have there's just not going to be the way to maintain the logistical demands of maintaining and operating a facility like that and not have that information leak out. Especially if you're trying to repair the damn thing.
More important question, why are they keeping this secret at all? What's the point? Actually,
Another good question. Because I assume it's only because people will freak out if they realize that they're built on top of, if their cities are built on a massive volcano. Which, yeah, that could be cause for concern, especially if it could go off at any minute. Let's be clear, in a strategic sense, if either of the military powers actively know about that, then that is a huge fucking problem. Because
that problem is their own fault for building the fucking city on top of it.
Yes, it is 110%. Point still stands, though, that does explain why they would want to keep it secret, even if their ability to do so is fucking ridiculous. Yokai says because this is their only generator. Yeah, another good question on that, definitely. Riley says the ruling family would be the ones trying to keep it secret. Yes, from fellow ruling family members, mind you. Which helps further explain why this makes no fucking sense.
I guess they're trying to maintain their monopoly, but
there's other ways of getting power in Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
And has no one considered, well, maybe we could just try getting our own power? Do they have regulations preventing people from having their own power plants set up? Why would there be not a single person looking at this and going, wait, are they just also setting up a bunch of fake power plants to sell the illusion that they generate power? Siege says, why is anything? It takes ridiculous resources and a lot of effort to make it work. Just why? Very good question that we're just never going to get answered.
No, because they don't respect us, obviously.
Let's see what we got in the comments here. Zero comments. Nobody is reading this comic.
As they should.
Ryan says, do they by chance worship Vulcan, Hephaestus? The only reason I can think of for why you would build next to or on top of a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they said it was a monster, so I don't think they view it in a positive light, but... Yokai says other cheaper way like kyber crystals. Yes, but we're not getting those, are we?
Yeah.
Ur says there are so many questions in the High Republic, yet so few answers. It is a galactic-sized plot hole. Yes, it is. And because of the hiccups, I think I better go ahead and call it. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think that brushing your teeth is important for your health. Please remember that your teeth are very important to your life, and
Yes,
that
they are.
You cannot just leave them be, because if you do, they might start rotting. And well, the less we talk about what the consequence of that could be, the better.
Indeed. Well, I think we're at a good point to go ahead and call it. So, yeah. How would you rate this comic compared to the other ones, though, real quick?
In comparison to the others? Good God, I can't remember them, so I have no idea.
I will
By
say
High
this.
Republic standards, this is like a 7, which is, still by High Republic standards.
Yeah, this is... I hate to say it, but this one is at least not as trash as most things High Republic. Is it good? Absolutely not. Is it worth reading? No. It's honestly one of Daniel Jose Older's finest pieces of work, which means it's still terrible.
Yes. Well, the 7 out of 10 on the High Republic scale, still like a 4 out of 10 at best on the, normal person scale. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Siege says, always take care of your knees, kids. Riley says, a plot hole inside of plot holes. Yeah, that kind of summarizes much of High Republic. The worst part, though, about High Republic tends to be the disrespect towards the Jedi as they are established.
Mm-hmm.
Which, fortunately, we didn't really get much of any of here. In fact, this is one of the very few times that they actually used a Jedi mind trick in a way that's actually reasonable.
Woohoo!
So that's an immediate gold star. But, yeah, is it good? No. Is it worth reading? No. It's just better than most things High Republic, which is more of a damning statement of the absolute state of High Republic more than anything else. So I do think, though, we are at a good point to go ahead and call it. We've been at it for an hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call it. So, yeah, this has been Ace.
This has been Kalkyl.
Thank you for being on.
Yeah, it's fun.
And we both hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care.